Hiya. As you know, I'm a very big fan of Linux, obviously, because it's the best way to manage a Linux operating system even. However, in my last video, I sort of only just went across the I guess the implementation I was using for Neobin. However, this time I want to talk about the way it can be used generally in your system without it being a NixOS system. So, pre-warning, I do use Nix on my laptop, which might make me biased, but it's only because I'm using Asahi on Mac and I thought it'd be fun to use Nix instead of Fedora, I think they're running, which is just not my favorite. I'm not a fan of Fedora. Anyway, let's get into it. Bum, bum, bum. Sorry for the black screen, but let us zoom in the text a little bit. Too much. Let's go into my home manager. So if you don't know what home manager is, I will give you a little showing here. And here we go. Home manager. It's basically very big TDLR. It is a way to manage a system in general that uses Nix to basically manage everything, but it's not like it's a Nix powered tool, not exactly just Nix itself. So you can run it as itself basically by itself without being on NixOS. And then on NixOS you can have a module that runs in the system, and otherwise if you use Mac you can use Darwin, which is a whole different video. You can watch someone else's video about that. But basically all you do is install the Nix channel, install the Nix installation. I recommend using Nix, which is it's like a downstream version, and I think it's better. It's slightly better, I think, outside of NixOS. A lot of people recommend it because I think it works a little bit better, but I don't really know. Parallelization, that's why. However, this is something you should read in your own time. I'm just going to show you how I use it. Let's go back to my terminal. So, I'll show you how I initialize it, but I'll show you how normally you initialize it first. So, home.next, this will be the file that you're pretty much using all the time, and that will be rebuilt with your home rebuild function. However, because I'm using it across a few systems as well, I've sort of changed it up. So this is what the file will normally look like. And the good thing about this is you can, for example, update, like when you refresh a system, you can run certain commands. You can, I can find it here, sort the packages distro. So I've got this one for Asahi, this one for Mac, basically Darwin, and this one for anything that isn't in Darwin. So this was for when I was using it with my laptop without Asahi. You can also set settings, which I think is really useful because these are things that can be the file management can be really finicky, and I've lost my doc files more than once, which is quite embarrassing. But with this, you can sort of avoid some of those issues because it's all written in such a declarative way that you know what's getting enabled and what's not. So if we go down a bit more, we have Emacs, Home Manager. Well, this is Home Manager managing itself. And something you can do is you can, if you can see from the top, I imported a fish config, and here I've attached it to the end of this declaration. But that means I can move my fish config into its own separate file, which I'll show you why in a second. But here you can see for things that don't have like a way easily to do it within Nix, you can just link them here as symlinks for home configurations. So that's what I did for GhostTTY Zellige, because I didn't really enjoy the way to. I'm still kind of new to Nix, so that's why. But I'll show you why. For example, you would want to separate out your configs, because if you can see my fish config, it is very big. It's massive because I have completely packed it full of random stuff that I need. And this is just sort of like a joy of using Nix, because I can do all of this without having to have to worry about anything getting removed, getting deleted. You know, when you're moving system or updating your system, there's no way this stuff can be overwritten easily, because it's determinate. It's going to be the same every single time. The shell systems are really good as well, because I've set, for example, CD is always going to be Z, no matter what system I use. Cat's going to use that. LS and derivatives will use EZA. You can see that. And yeah, really good. And here is how I'm switching it between. Let me select this so you guys can see. Switching it between my different systems. For example, Debian, Asahi, and Darwin. The good part about this is that since it's all under basically, I don't have to change the config very often. For example, when I was using WSL and Darwin side by side, sometimes I'll get issues with a certain file not being compatible, or a certain way that I was writing something that was not working within Darwin. And doing this, which well, I'll show you in a second. Open up my config. As you can see, I can cut them out into its own configurations. For example, it is my Debian configuration. I'm importing certain modules, certain configs, certain imports, all of that. And the good thing about this is, as you can see, in Debian, I'm importing the packages as x86-64, which is an issue I was running into with Darwin as well. Because obviously Windows uses x86 and Darwin and Asahi, they use ARM or ARch or whatever. So you've got to import different packages. So as you can see, that's how I did it, which makes it pretty easy to set up. But as you can see, if I can open my Darwin configuration, actually, I think this still works. I haven't used Darwin in a while. But as you can see, you can actually set system by default, so you can have your doc automatically be as you set it. You can make Finder automatically do some stuff. There's something really cool here. You can use typed for sudo, which is really useful. And you can use homebrew, which is, I feel like, it's just like those tiny things that are really specific to Mac. For example, Aerospace is a Windows manager that only works on Mac, obviously, because it's a window manager for Mac. But obviously, they don't have it in the Nix repo, because the Nix repo, if I go back to my home manager, Nix PKGs is not going to have space. It might actually, it might have updated. Never mind, it does. But when I wrote this, I don't think it was up here. And things like that, well, we can't really do anything about if they're not there. So you can use homebrew, pretty useful. And you can even install from the Apple Store using this, but you have to like have the app purchased, and you can always re-download it. So you'll have to do one install first, I guess. What else? And then if we check my config, I'll show you how my config is sort of built in a way that makes it extremely easy to work on. So if I go to my Starship config, as you can see, this is all written within the Nix language, which is all well and good. things like ghost TTY. If I open up the config, this is all written within the way that ghost TTY writes their formatting, only because I don't really know how to. The documentation for ghost TTY was clearly beneath me, but ran away from me, escaped me. I couldn't find it, so that's how I do it. Other things, NVF, I think I've showed in my last video, which is just a way to manage Neovim with Nix, which is how I'm showing all the text. And Waybar is that's a good question actually. Waybar is cd config Waybar. Oh yes. As you can see, this is very specific to a single system I'm using. For example, this is part of my Hyperland config. But obviously, what's the point of having these files like these? I wouldn't be able to load this in WSL because there is no reason. So I can just keep this all. I'll still have the files lingering in my system, which, you know, a few bytes, whatever. But I have that portability that if I move to a proper Linux system, which hopefully if the games I like end up getting ported to Linux, I can use Hyperland straight away on that system without having to set it up with my settings that I like, that I enjoy. I'll show you. My Hyperland config. This, to be fair, I didn't set up much. I sort of just only set up the terminal, the file manager, curses, but like all of this stuff is like, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. You end up with a lot of stuff, and especially this end bit here. This stuff is forever to find. I always lose this laptop multimedia keys like this. Never find it. But yeah, in fact, it's not even set up properly because I still need to do a brightness controller on Linux, but whatever. Anyways, that's sort of the overview. One good thing about Linux, I think I can mention before I end up this video, if I CD into one of my projects, let's say I think it's something that I've done recently, probably my, wait, let me go to my home, CD, go, CD, Wordle terminal. So I'm working on this project, which is Wordle in the terminal, whatever. Not the greatest idea, but I thought it'd be quite fun. And this is done to death, but if I open up my src slash index.jsx, once Neovim loads, you have TypeScript installed. That's embarrassing. Let's go to my Go project, go WKS. CD, go WKS. And then CD, go WKS. There we go. Now I have no config. No LSP is running because obviously, if I check my system, I don't even have Go installed, which is, you know, how am I working on this project then? What you can do is you can have development flags, which is really useful in programming because you end up with not only less bloat in your system with having all of these programs installed that you don't use ever, you can pin them to a certain version. For example, with this Go package, if I wanted to, I'll go back to it. I can, and I'm not going to be able to find it now. Yep, I don't know where to find it, but you can pin this to a specific version, which ends up being really useful if you don't want your code. Sometimes, you know, certain program, especially with like Python, sometimes there are some big people use 2.7, which is really annoying, or 3, and you can just make sure that you're always on the same system, same version, which is really good for teams, but I don't see many teams using it. And with installing Go, let's say you don't use it for like a few months, it's not reinstalling Go from scratch every single time. For example, if I do Nix develop, which is how you load on these flags, it's dirty because I do need to update my Git tree for this. I haven't worked at this in months. It's not gonna download everything directly from scratch, which is gonna show me that it is because I haven't used it in so long, isn't it? No, but as you can see, it loads really quickly because Go's already installed. However, what you can do, and I'll show you here, I can finally use Go, and if I do go, everything is highlighted properly, everything is being run through the LSP, so I can lint it automatically. Extremely useful. I need to finish this one day. However, that's beside the point. So I exit this, and then exit my Go. What you can do is set up in your home directory, home manager even. I'm not going to be able to find it because I messed it up. I will just show you in the next you can do garbage collection, which is pretty useful. You can have it so if a certain program isn't used often enough, it will just get rid of it. So if it haven't been used within a certain amount of time, it's going to optimize itself immediately. You can set it in a config, or you can run it automatically because some people like running it automatically. Basically, all it's doing is checking if there's a result symbolink, and if there isn't, like if it's not currently in use, basically, get rid of it, which is pretty useful. But this does mean that sometimes you're gonna have an issue with downloading all your files again. But it's sort of like swings and roundabouts. There are certain ways. There's certain things you can do. I mean, you're probably running a system that has 15 versions of Python and 6 versions of Rust. So, there's no winners in this situation. but yeah, that's it. That's what I wanted to talk about. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please do put some comments down if you have any questions about Nix. I'll try to answer them. I am a beginner, to be fair, but I really am passionate about Nix, and I do really, really, really enjoy using it. And I hope you guys try using it. Try Home Manager using Linux, or even WSL, or even Mac. Thank you.